This here is my Nissan 300ZX twin turbo. It's broken. I've got to fit this and this. And in order to do so, prop shaft off, exhaust off, gearbox off, clutch off, flywheel off. So this, not going to cut it. So I've been shopping and I've brought this. The Halfords Advanced 2-ton low profile trolley jack. This was it was £125. It was actually 130, but if you sign up to the motoring club, you get £5 off. Even if you've already signed up, you just use a different email address. So there you go. If you want to buy anything from Halfords, get yourself loads of email addresses. Now, for the same money, I could have brought a 3-ton SGS version of this. However, I couldn't buy it because it's out of stock. So obviously I wanted one quick, so I brought the 2-ton version. To be honest, I don't need a 3-ton because I'm not going to be lifting this van, because I'm not allowed to work on this van because it's a lease van. So it has to all be serviced by Mercedes. Yep, £250 for an oil and filter change. Could be worse, could be a McLaren, which is like £5 grand. The only thing I'm going to be lifting is this, and it's going to be onto 4-wheel cribs, which I'm going to build later in this video. Now, whether you buy the SGS or the Halfords one or many of the other ones which look pretty much the same, they're probably all made in the same factory in China anyway, under licence. Yep, this is a DIY job. So it comes with a spare top hat, I guess you call it. That'll be the bumper. Right, not too bad to put together then. Been heavy though. Oh. Don't put your fingers in it. I guess there's some clips for that somewhere. You know what? I might just look at the instructions. So, first thing, which is not in the instruction manual, there's this spring in here, which obviously is not supposed to go in there because that won't go in there. So I'll work this one out myself. You pull this down and theoretically that will come out like so. So what you got here, you got a little bolt here which doesn't want to be in there. So what you do then is you take this bit, which if you're looking in, has got a square bit there, which is going to go over that square notch, like so. And then this little bolt, which we're not going to lose in there, it's going to go in here again, if it lines up with the thread. You could probably do this with a spanner, but I haven't got one with me at the moment. So what that's done is that's gone into a little groove at the bottom of that, so that is locked in. And then we have another extension piece, which I would imagine goes here, and these holes will line up here, because we've got some bolts which are going to go through the holes. So what you've got is you've got two the same, and you've got a slightly longer black one. As there's two holes here, I'm going to assume that we're using these two because it doesn't tell you in the manual, and I'm going to leave this one, which I'm going to assume is for the handle. So these bolts what go here, as well as having a nut which is going to go on the back there, this side is actually threaded, and these are an Allen head, and you don't get an Allen key with it, and I can't be asked to find them, so I'm doing it by hand for now, and it's really annoying. So I gave in, went ahead, found an Allen key for that, and then I went ahead and found that that needed a bigger Allen key, so I found an Allen key for that as well. You'll also need a 10mm for those, because that threads into there and then that's got Loctite on it. So none of that was in the manual. However, what is in the manual is you're supposed to purge it. So what you do is you put it on upwards, which I'm guessing is that way, and you're supposed to give it 4 pumps. I'm just going to pump it all the way up, like so, and then yeah, that's not, yeah, and then we're going to let it down. So I'm guessing that's quite a cool safety feature. You can tighten it up that way, so you can pump it up, but you can't loosen it that way, so you don't accidentally drop your car on your head, which is really good. So obviously now we've done that, I'm just going to do that a second time. Yeah. Oh. So there we go, up again. So as well as the handle which pumps it up nice and evenly and slightly slower, you've got this which allegedly pumps it up in less pumps. So this pumped up is supposed to be 50.5 centimetres. So let's check that. Yeah, I'm going to say that's on the money. So build quality wise, yeah, it's very heavy, it's very steely, and yeah, the welds are really good on it. It's got polyurethane wheels on it as well, so they hopefully won't break, so that's good. And you've obviously got a big massive pump here, and it's got 2 cylinders to pump that up. As I said, these are rather annoying to put on, but it's not going to fall off. Yeah, so all in all, it's a good jack. Obviously going to check it out very shortly, lift the car up. The only thing that's slightly annoying is if that's kind of slightly over there, and also I don't know if this is supposed to stay on there so you can lock it up when you're done with it, but when you start using it, it starts falling off and getting stuck anyway, so I took it off. And again, that's a nice little touch. You get a spare pad. If you brought a snap-on one, first of all, you wouldn't need it anyway. You'd have to have sold your car to buy it, and you wouldn't get a spare like that either. And when it comes to storage, you just take that out and don't lose it in there. And then you can take your handle off and you can store it separately and it won't keep falling over. So yeah, that's good. So now it's time to go and build some wheel cribs and put that to the test. So first thing you're going to want to know is how long and how wide your wheel crib needs to be. Well, what I've got is I've got 4x2s and I've put them tight up to the wheel, and I'm going to measure that, and that's just under 25 inches. But 25 inches is not divisible by 8 foot, so I'm going to make them 24 inches that way. These front wheels here are 9.5 inches wide. The back wheels 10.5 inches wide. To be on the safe side, I'm going 14 inches wide all round. So with that in mind, I need 24 inches, I need 24 of those, and at 14 inches I also need 24 of those. So for 24 inches, that will be 4 out of each piece of wood, which basically will be 6 pieces of wood at 2.4 metre or 8 foot, whichever you want to call it. and I will also need another 4 8-foot lengths to do the 14 inches, because the 14 inches you can get 6 out of a piece of wood and a little bit of leftover, I believe. What you should do is do your measurements before you buy wood, because I've bought 8 pieces of wood and I need 10. So out of the 8-foot piece of wood, 24 inches goes into 8 foot 4 times, which basically means I've got 8 24-foot lengths. What you should do though is check your 8 foots, because it's not an 8 foot, it's a 2.4, because some building products are sold imperial and some are sold metric. Why? Because the it's. So anyway, we're going to divide the 2.4 up, and that is going to give us 60 instead of 2 foot. So we're going to scribble out that, and we're going to put a mark at 60. So there you have it. There's my 24 metric 24, aka 60 centimetre inch pieces, and there is my actual imperial 14 inch, because they do fit out of an 8 foot and leave you leftovers bits. However, as you'll see, there's more of those than there is of those, because I didn't buy enough wood, but there's enough to make a couple, so let's crack on. So what I've got here is a mock-up, and not fixed together or nothing. What I've learnt from doing this is, if I wanted to get the 1 foot 12 inches, which isn't 1 foot or 12 inches, because 4x2s are not 4x2, they're metric. What I need to do was put these extra ones on the bottom here, because I thought it'd just be 6, but it doesn't work like that. So that means I'm going to have to buy even more wood to make even more of those. But yeah, that's what it's going to look like. So here I'm using a known straight edge, so that this is a 90, thereabouts anyway. I'm going to pre-drill the holes, so we don't split nothing. We're going to tighten the drill bit up in the drill first, so again, we'll pre-drill the holes, so we don't split the wood. Just flush the screws. So second layer, gonna pre-drill the holes again. However, obviously that's there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go there and there, so we don't bang into them. Well, there you go, that's one made up, and this comes apart here as well, so you can jack the car up to that height, then jack it up a bit more to that height. So I've got 2 made now. Yeah, I've got some more wood and more wood. What I decided to do was to put some extra bits in here, because this is quite a bit of a span. I'm going to put a bit down there, but well, I got more wood and I still didn't get enough. And this here, that lifts off, so I could jack the car up to that height, get it on all 4 corners, and then jack up 2 corners to that height, and then jack up the other 2 corners to that height. So there we go, all 4 completed. I went ahead and I put some extra bits in here as well, because that is wide enough for the tyre, but it's good to have some support in the middle. Yeah, that's on the bottom down there. There is a couple there which are waiting another piece of wood. So yeah, the tops also come off as well, so I can get the car up to a workable height and then jack it up a bit more to an even higher height. Probably not going to be jacking the car up that high, but that is good for storage. Anyway, that's it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.